Yo, what's up? What's up? How's it going, everybody? How are you all doing? It's time. It's time to party. Am I in focus? Never. Never in focus. Never focus, never in focus. It's okay. We'll do it. Let's do this shit. Let's do it. How are you all doing? It's nice to see you. Where's my chat? Where's my chat at? I don't have it on my... Here we go. Here, I'll turn down the music. It's probably loud. I don't know, probably. Is this working? Chat? Chat? Type 1 in chat if this is working? I don't know. How are you doing? Q Money, Lena, the hots for you, Spike Tiger. Welcome in, welcome in. We have quite a stream today. We're doing some SCP stuff, which I realized I was excited about, and then I realized that I only have one more sheet left on my pad. I only have one more sheet. Boop, 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 boop. So we'll figure it out. I have some announcements. Things have been crazy. Thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate it. You are amazing. 7. Was supposed to stream yesterday. I didn't. I fucking died. Yo, I had a crazy weekend. I had a very good weekend. I was so tired. I'm very much malfunctioned. But, I had a really nice time. Let me tell you what I did. Do you want to know? Too bad I'm telling you. I hate just chatting. I don't know what to do. Spike says, Pizza Hut or Taco Bell, which regionalized version won the fast food wars? I mean, I'm a big pizza fan. But Taco Bell, people go crazy for Taco Bell. So this is one of the final girls. R.I.P. to girls. R.I.P. girls! We had a good life. Yes. Okay, so that's an announcement. Really excited. We have started. We've launched it sooner than any of us were prepared for, but you know, I guess you gotta start somewhere. Me and the Gothic Foodie are starting a production company. We've never done that, obviously, because I would have mentioned it. So we're sort of starting from scratch. I'll show you my Instagram. Ill said to test this before. I'm just gonna put it in because I'm me. So my life is in Ill Hunter's hands. Wait, what is this? Okay, I'll click it. It says 404 not found. Okay, well then I guess maybe I should have probably checked. Alright. So it's Final Girls Productions is the name of the company. It was taken on Insta. How are you doing, James? Yeah, you beat me to the announcement. Absolutely. The actual name of the thing is Final Girl Productions. Ill, can you fucking pin this? Oh, wait. No, don't pin that one. Follow new account. There you go. Yeah, it's been a wild time. We had a crazy weekend, and I can't, like, I can tell y'all what's going on, but I feel like it's sort of unbelievable. I really can't. It is yeah, I like it a lot. You know, it's obviously, it's a very, you know, we're launching, but then we're actively trying to immediately do the business thing as we're responding. So if someone trademarks it, fuck you. Yeah, I mean, Final Girl is a very, like, common word, and it's a big trope in horror, and so anyone in the horror community knows it. Not a lot of Final Girls, though. There's a 2014-15 movie called The Final Girls. So there's that. But Final Girls Productions, and I think like there's like someone with like 0 followers. I'm just like, too bad. We're officially better, and we're gonna trademark it. Please don't beat us, because I'm lazy. I still haven't trademarked Moat Simulator. I realized that I still haven't. That's so bad. That's so bad, y'all. You know why? Because I learned that if you use a trademark a lot, then you, like, can win in court. Like, like, for Moat Simulator, if someone tries to make a game, I can show that, like, I've been using it for years. And so I was always like, oh, I don't have to trademark it because, like, I've shown it through use. But if someone, like, trademarks it, I have to, like, sue them. So it doesn't matter if I win. I still have to spend, like, $10,000 to win, at least. So it's like, oh, well, I don't have that money. That's crazy. So I really just have to do it. Swipe left 3 times and you found the problem and also the solution. Swipe left 3 times? Y'all on data naps? What's going on? But yeah, things have been insane. Like, I really can't get over it. I don't know. I mean, I always like hold off saying stuff, but like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say, cause it's like, I think it's like happening. So we are starting a Passes account. I don't know if you know what Passes is. Bella Thorne's on it. It's sort of like a Patreon, like, fan house thing. And what we're gonna do, this is my thought. Can I like get you the thing that, it's weird cuz there's no, like, I'm not even officially on it yet, but it's like this thing, yeah? And so yeah, it's sort of like a safe for work Patreon kind of thing. And I'm really excited. I know it's sort of like a indie offbeat one, like you're not on Patreon or whatever, but like the thing is, which is really cool about it, is like, I've been talking to people and they've been like really, really responsive to me, and it's been really, really cool. Like, I've never experienced that before, from any site, like, for like Twitch and stuff. Like, honestly, like really big creators that like should have, what is it, like partners? I always forget what it is, like a creative, like, you know, like the partner point person. Like, there used to be, when you were a partner, you got someone like that, and now it's like you kind of have to be like really big to get that, and then YouTube like don't even try kind of thing. But like with Passes and stuff, like they're like, we have seen your stuff, and we like, you know, because they're like, I guess, I don't know if they're getting started, but you know, like, they're not one of the most like popular ones. They're like, they really want to invest in people who want to go in it, so it's really cool. So we're going to do what I think is really cool. I'm taking this model from another creator. I won't name because they're kind of problematic, so I'm just gonna steal it. But they did it with something else. Is like, I'm going to, we're going to, me and Foodie, like, have basically, because I don't really know how it works yet because I haven't gotten accepted. I have to message her and be like, I applied, please verify me. Apparently you have to get verified. But this creator, what they did is they charge, and like, you know, they're like established, so obviously they can charge more, but they charge like $300 for like a personal thing, or $500. It's almost like a cameo, but they'll make like a song. So what we're thinking of doing, and like, we're gonna start it obviously lower because, like, you know, we're just getting started, but we'll have people like come in and request ideas for horror shorts. And I think the reason why I've been very like I feel like this, I don't like the way this is angled. I feel like it's like, maybe more like a MySpace thing. It's always so like, sorry, it's getting too close. I literally can never figure out how to move this tilt. And I've had this tripod for like 400 years. I actually like fucking think I'm like stupid. That's too low. That's too low! God fucking damn it. Anyway, oh, god damn it. Oh, a lot happened just then. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I literally just fell. fucking thing fell too. This sucks, man. Why don't I like this? What do you say? Horror shorts, how about horror cutoffs like they used to be in horror pants? That's good too. So let's see. What was I thinking? Yeah, so like basically there'll be requests, and I think it's so funny because this person, what they do is like they like do ads, like jingles for people. So I love the idea of someone from like Iowa, like a plumber from Iowa requesting a video and us doing a horror like commercial. Because one of my favorite things, the ideas, you know when you like just come up with ideas? My knee is scuffed. Oh, my knee is scuffed. Owie. Midwest horror, I love that. Midwest emo horror, I love that. I love it so much. You can do it, Moon does on Insta, but make it the suggestions. Exactly. Like Molly Moon, exactly. And so, okay, so one of my big, you know when you come up with ideas, like you have like an idea list, and you're like, one day I'm gonna do this, and then you don't. One of my big ideas I wanted to do was make ads for companies who like didn't want it. Just get in trouble. like advertise for like companies that like didn't ask. But I feel like I could get in a little trouble for that. But like making advertise, like I think like how many horror ads are there? Not enough. I think it would be hilarious if it was like plumbing and there was some sort of like horrific accident. I think that's so funny. That's so funny to me. There's this safety video called Think About This. I should show you it, y'all. It's so upsetting. And it's about like safety in the workplace, and it just ends up being like it just ends up being a bunch of people just getting like injured and stuff. So yeah. So we're doing this. We're also gonna be doing like along with like commissions, we're gonna be doing like actual like shorts, like actual like things. Because like we're in LA, yeah. Me and Foodie. And as much as I love LA, the first year I was like such a degen. We were doing like the Sosaki stuff and Sue. We just sort of stayed inside. We just stayed inside and we like never left. Like I just never did anything when I was in LA. So now that it's like, okay, you know, we have a niche, we have something we want to do. We went out and we saw some people. We went to the short film festival on Friday, and that was like super inspiring because like a lot of the people in LA, like they're doing these like short film, like in you know, not to knock people. I'm sorry people from Iowa, but even Iowa, man. Like you go to the Iowa Film Fest, and there's like short film creators, and you know, probably the most they've done is like an advertisement for Honda, but like we have people who like work for like Breaking Bad, and like you know, like unfortunately, I mean some of the people are just like trying to act, but some of the people are not working, so they're just like voting creators who are just like making stuff for like the love of it, and I don't know. This place inspired me so much. I know that LA is a like absolute narcissistic shithole. I'm aware of that. Okay, like no one has to tell me that. No one has to tell me, oh, the traffic's bad. Like I'm aware. It's too expensive here. I'm aware, but like I don't think I can leave this city. This city inspires me in a way cities like other cities do not. Do you remember when I first started shooting? No, 69 for 20 flowers. What happened? Was I doing something stupid? Did I fall on the ground? Okay, let's see. Let's move back the camera. Oh God. Now it's gonna be too high. The whole point was I was trying to make it too, it was too low, and now it's probably, I mean, or I wanted to fix it after that, it's probably worse now. Shit stuck to me. Snape is stuck to me. Get out of here, Snape. I'm looking for. I'm Snape, the potions master. That's pretty wild. The cops just raced by your house, sirens of blare, and then the block past your house, they cut their. Ooh. It's always fun in games when you hear sirens and you're like, oh, I wonder where they're going, and then it stops like right next door. It's like, huh, interesting. Oopsies. I was with Slew Music. Yeah. Doing some cool shit, I assume. Thank you. I finally fucking hired an editor, and they are incredible. If anyone wants an editor, I finally caved. Because it's like, I feel like I really am very good at editing. Like, the Twitter thing. Wait. Il, did you, pin the thing? I really want to pin the follow new account, but it's not. Okay, it's working now. I really, like, the thing that's pinned, I edited it, and I'm really proud of my editing, and so then I was like, I don't need an editor. I can edit. But then, like, I hate editing now. When I was younger, editing used to be my favorite thing in the whole world. Like, I used to, like, when I was like 13, 14, I had like iMovie and shit, and I would stay up till like 5 in the morning. And as y'all know, I like to sleep, so like I wouldn't stay up for nothing. But when I was like in junior high and like high school, I would stay up till 5 in the morning editing and just making everything perfect, and it was so much fun. And I was like, why don't I like that? Yeah, I did. Well, Foodie did a lot of the editing as well, so I can't take all the credit. Me, it was like a joint. But yeah, we like, I feel very proud. Like, well, like Foodie, so also for the, let me be clear, for the Twitter post that I posted, Foodie did the first cut and then I did the second cut. But I feel like I did a lot of like fancy stuff that I'm really proud of. I'm always proud of any little fancy things, you know? But yeah, it's just like, I'm like, why don't I enjoy editing anymore? And I was like, oh my God. And then you just have this like realization that you're grown. Like my, cause I realized my mom would like make me food, you know, and do my laundry. I was such a bad kid, y'all. I was so annoying. I did not do my laundry the entire time I lived at home. Till I was like 17, I didn't do my, I never did it. I was so annoying. Crick, hi, nice to see you. And I was such an asshole. I feel like people don't understand. People don't understand why I'm in LA. I don't think you'll understand how much inspiration I've taken from like Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton in my life. Paris Hilton once said, if you don't want to do anything, do it badly once. And so my mom would like be like, Moat, you have to learn the laundry. And I'd be like, okay. And then she'd come and teach me it. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. I was in like IB classes. I could do the laundry. Just a fucking asshole. I was like, I don't know where the soap goes. And then she'd be like, oh, I'll do it this time, but next time you have to do it. I'm like, okay. And then it worked for 17 years. I'm such a bad kid. Thank you so much. My bangs are driving me crazy. Like it's getting to the point where it's like I don't like. Yeah, where's the button? It's getting to the point where it's like I don't like the way my bangs look ever, but then I hate the way it looks without it, because like I like when like the 1% of the time when the bangs aren't like insane. I've got to figure out this. But yeah, anyway, so going back to that, I was like, why did I love editing and why do I hate it now? Because like when I lived at home, my mom did my fucking laundry. My mom did made all my meals. My mom drove me places like to and from school. So it's like when all I had to do was just do art, and I was so happy about it. That's not a goal. I have to change the goals. I'm not putting your name on the yeah, like literally, like I could just be like, come home at 10 and edit till 5. I did it for like 7 hours. There's no fucking way I can do it for 7 hours. Are you serious? I have to feed myself. I have to wash my clothes. I can't drive. So sometimes I'll Uber to work, which is so expensive. And then sometimes I'll take the bus, which takes forever. And I'm so tired all the time. And then I come home, I'm not fucking editing a TikTok. No. So that's when I realized I need to hire an editor. So I finally hired an editor, and they're amazing. They're like super responsive. They're really, really nice, and they're very patient with me. So that's the story, Wishbone. All right, I want to, speaking of the stream elements, I want to update shit. I know it's hard to believe, but I have planned stuff for today. Not really, but like more than nothing. More than this is me doing content. Either I try way too hard or we just wing it. And it's like 95% of the time wing it. But the 5%? The 5% I do pretty good. How do I change this Dwight cosplay thing? It's called Star Wars because that was my old goal, which is very confusing. Outline color, no. Fill color, background color, no. Color. Let's do like a nice deep red. That's too red. Needs to be lighter. I don't know. It's not really visible. Okay, so we're doing a Dwight cosplay with a special guest when we do goals. It's not okay. That's not the goals, Brent. No. I'm changing goals. No one. Do not give me 400 bits. I will not put your aim. I don't have an orange. I don't have anything to juice. How are you doing on guitar? Bongwater says, no, stop. Yeah, don't stop goaling. Dubai chocolate covered Labubu for dinner. Moonbeam ice match at a Stanley Cup on way to. Oh God. That's like, is that what happens when like a Gen Alpha gets a stroke? That's what they start seeing and smelling. What is this? What's up with Labubus? All right. Let me go to my chat bot. Okay. My phone's also dead. We're at 1%. We're really hanging in there. Peak brain rot. I thought we reached peak brain rot. There was the funniest tweet I saw the other day, or it was today. I hate never being able to find, like, the tweet. Like, can I see what tweets I like? It was saying something like, I don't understand why people judge people for being on Twitter. Isn't it the same as reading? And then right below that tweet, someone posted just like this unhinged, like, when the bi, like, femboy tops me, and then it's just some picture of, like, just this, like, horrible cartoon or something. Like, it's just like, I don't know, I can't redo it, but it was a very funny juxtaposition, one might say. And it's gone forever because Twitter has always just been has garbage discoverability, and I hate it. Okay, let's see. Goals. Today's goals. We are doing SCP today. For those of you who don't know what SCP is, I'm gonna try and tell you without reading the AI overview, because I hate AI! I don't. I use it a lot at work. The SCP Foundation is a fictional organization featured in stories by contributors on the SCP Wiki, a wiki-based collaborative writing project. It's a secret organization responsible for capturing, containing, and studying paranormal, supernatural, and mysterious phenomena. And it's so fucking cool, and y'all told me about it. Someone in chat told me. I don't remember who you are, but, let's see. Okay, I took goals. All right, so 700 bits. Okay, here we go. 700 bits. Just raw dog an SCP. So I'm basically gonna draw an SCP of what I think it is based on a number, and then we're gonna compare and see which one's creepier. Let's see. Next one is 1200 bits. Reenact SCP interview British accent. 2500 bits. Sitcom. Read SCP like episode of Friends or Seinfeld. And then 4000 bits. Foundation safety video. And then 5000 bits heater alert. We just make one. and then maybe try and get it posted or something. Okay, boom. Sorry that took so long, but I'm not sorry. I'm never sorry. Let's see. Okay, and then goals all over the world. Put your number on this paper, because I would love to date you. There we go. Today's goals. Boom. Alright, so goals are now in motion. These are the real goals now. Why do we have goals, you ask? Why does anyone have goals? You know? Why should we as a society have goals? Well, for me, the reason why we're doing this is, well, first I'm trying to do, thank you Danish Pastry and Anime Cat Lover for the follow. I'm sorry I missed that. Sorry, my follow alerts are off because I got a new PC. Is that a real alert that I have? Squad goals. No. So I don't have my alerts, and I really need, I'm gonna message ill. I'm like, ill. During the weekend, can we redo my stream deck and alerts? Cry. So fucking, I can't do anything unless someone does something with me. Do y'all know what body doubling is? I've realized that that's like, I can't single body, I can only double body. Why do we have goals? Well, as you know, new account on that chat. We're starting a horror production company, and I want to raise some money to make some shorts, do stupid streams. You watch co-working streams to do that sometimes. Oh, I should do that. That's so smart, Karma Coin. I forgot those existed. Yo, that is so smart. I'm gonna do that. I want someone really nerdy looking too. So it's like, you know what I used to do when I was in college is I would study with the people trying to get into med school. Cause they had to just go in overdrive. And I'm like, if I study even as half as good as these people, I gotta get good grades, right? It worked. Yeah, I would like find the people trying to get into med school and like study with them and pretend I'm trying to get into med school. I'm doing like fucking like film studies and shit. I'm just like, yeah, I care. Yeah, it worked. Ashley T. Cozy. Okay, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. So goals are important. I'm starting to do these monthly goals where I have big bits goals. So I have little mini bits goals. So each stream, stuff happens. But then we have the big one. The big one on Sunday, which I'm very excited about. I know that it was supposed to be last Sunday, but eBay is slow and I did not order on time. But me and the Gothic Foodie are going to be doing a Star Wars cooking cosplay stream. And it is going to be unhinged. It is going to be unhinged. I don't want to talk it up too much, but these outfits, we have some really good outfits. You're going to like this cosplay. That's all I'm going to say. It's a surprise, but please tune in on Sunday. It's actually happening on Sunday. I know it was supposed to happen last Sunday. Nothing came in. It's actually happening. Then the next one is a Dwight cosplay with a special guest. I confirmed it with them a while ago, but I haven't talked to them since. So I haven't officially announced who it is, but it is someone very cool if it does go through. And someone who I am actually quite a fan of, so I feel very honored if it happens. So that's the big goal. All right. SCP time. Should we back up a bit? Back up a little bit. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, I do some SCP things. So I have I have my board here. Very important board. And I have a number of different SCPs that we talk about. You know why? Because this is a learning channel. No, I'm not gonna play the games. No. The games are for children. We are learning today, chat. This is an educational stream. I gotta focus, chat. over the years. I will show you some examples now. Please, please don't hate me. Stop. Okay. Okay. It's too low. I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay. So the SCP won't let me be, so let me be, so let me see. Alright, let's see. What SCPs we got here? Ones we've done in the past. Sorry, there's just a little bit of... Ignore this. Oh, it says holding on, connecting. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay. One of my favorite SCPs of all time is SCP-3008. I like this SCP because it's so 3008 and yours 3000 and late. Okay? So, SCP-3008, just as a recap, I hope you all have taken your notebooks out. What is SCP? So, SCP is a Wikipedia. Well, it's its own wiki, and it's a fictional universe of people who capture anomalies. So it's like supernatural beings, monsters, things that can kill you, and it's sort of like almost like a top secret kind of like Roswell thing. And it's written by a bunch of people online. It's sort of like a Wikipedia, and people contribute to it. And there's all these stories, and it has this lore and background. You should go on the Wikipedia. It's really fucking awesome. I love it, and maybe one day we will make one. Kind of like it's like the Backrooms wiki. Just yeah, sure, it's just like the Backrooms wiki. Why are you learning about SCPs on Twitch and non-school like a normal person? I mean, if you're from America, the American school system is horrendous. Yo, coming from Canada and coming here and like learning about how bad y'all's school system is, like, how does it make sense that like if you're just bored in a certain neighborhood, it's like, I guess I'm just not gonna learn good. SCP-3008 is an IKEA-themed SCP where someone falls into an infinite IKEA and cannot escape. And at night, a bunch of beings try and kill them. It's really fun. That's where you first saw the creatures on the ratings and rankings. Okay, yeah, well then you'll like this. SCP-93 is probably my... The IKEA one and SCP-93 are probably two of my favorites. I'm not really sure which one. SCP-93, for those of you who you need a recap, is basically there's this disc thing, and if you hold it, it turns a certain color. And a lot of the times in the SCP universe, what they'll do is they'll take people who are like, it's pretty fucked up, but they take like criminals and they kind of just use them as lab rats. And they're just like, oh, like we need someone to test this. We're just gonna put like dangerous criminals. Little problematic, but listen, we're helping the world, right? There's probably some reason. Anyway, so when you hold this disc, it turns a certain color. And we're not exactly sure because it's up to interpretation, but it seems to be like the level of guilt you have about like things you've done in your life. And depending on that, you go into this universe. It's sort of like a CD. It's like a disc. You go into this universe and you see certain beings and kind of like how it affects you and sort of the dangers affected by your level of guilt. There's an operating system called Faithful OS where they use it to cleanse your sins. Doesn't work very well. You actually become a monster. But you won't sin in the same way anymore. Like, you probably won't cheat on your spouse, but you will murder criminals who are forced through this system. It's kind of like a mood ring. Exactly. Has anyone tried changing the arrows at the IKEA? You should. You should definitely do that. This is Lovecraft. Not deer. That's a really important one. I hope you all are writing this down. Not deer is an entity that looks like a deer, but it's not. This is me cutting a watermelon. That's not relevant. That's me being, did I just come out of the oven? Because I'm too hot to handle. Jake all day, thank you so much for 5 months. I appreciate it. That is amazing. What? We're learning. SCP-7819, if I remember correctly, this is a really shitty motel that you can't leave. What was her name? Shamara? Who? Me? Are you talking about the ring girl? I don't remember. Samara? Samira? Shamara? This is a road that never ends. It's sort of connected to before. There's like an entity, a castle, you can come here. I forget her name. It's like Samira? I don't know. Samara? This is a jacked koala. Not relevant. Sorry. A lot of other shit is sort of just put in here. That's... I don't remember what that was for. Valentine's Day? Alright. SCP-2119 is a bug. I honestly don't remember this one. It's like one of the ones I worked on most recently and I have no memory. But it's a very small bug and it's a bad... you don't want to be near it. This is information about ghost hunting. Alright, so here's the problem. At my old work, we had a bunch of... oh, it is Samara. We had a bunch of these pads, and I wrote down at the end of the day, because it was like, it's one of those things where like the office is like 2 seconds from being like shut down. Like it's like there's another office building that they're moving everyone to, so there's all these just like office supplies that have just been abandoned for like 5 years that no one's gonna use. And I was like, I need to take some pads, my flipping pads, because they're expensive. And then like my last day went and came and went, and I forgot to take pads. So now we're on our last page. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order it off Target, but you love your flipping through the project and pages. Thank you so much, James. James, thank you for watching on YouTube also. We are on YouTube. There will be things happening on the YouTube because we're doing more horror shit. Horror. Okay. You have one blank page to diagram how Amway works. That's a jump scare everyone needs in this present. We're not learning about Amway. We're learning about an SCP. Does anyone have any votes? If not, I'm gonna go on Reddit and be like, what's the best SCP? And then they'll say it, and we're gonna do it together. Actually, I'm probably gonna go on the Volgun and do it by like popularity of views. The Volgun is amazing if you're into this sort of shit. He does voiceover of them. SCP, I think my friend gets medicine for that. That's good, because it's fatal. It's fatal. Okay, I'm getting my markers. Everyone calm down. I'll be right back. Calm down. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my markers, and they are in, you are correct, a Tim Hortons Timbits Special Edition Trick or Treat bucket. Holy shit, it's been a while. How are you doing, your average Joe? 11111. Or, in French, Tim Hortons Soa Friandises. I think I nailed that. Did we go over SCP-173? I wasn't taking medication. Alright, let me check. Wait, let me tune my guitar on the offhand there's a raid. I have... Oh! Also, great news about my guitar. As you can see, she looks completely different. Have you heard No French All Day, sports car? She looks completely different. For those of you who don't know, I borrowed Slew Music's guitar for like a really long time, which was a cherry red Fender Jaguar from the 2010s. And so then eventually he wanted it back, so I was like, shit. And so I decided that I would go markedly different. I'd go for a really big change and shock y'all. And I got a 2011 Candy Apple Red Jaguar. Happy Canada Day, thank you. What are Timbits? What aren't Timbits? Timbits are, and I can't overstate this, the lifeblood of Canadian society. Yes. Oh my god, we should do a maple syrup shot every 300 bits. We should do a maple syrup shot every 300 bits. Wait, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Because it's Canada Day. That's so funny to me. Let's do a Canadian flag. Happy Canada Day, everyone. Maple leaf emoji. It's just a square, no! Maple syrup shot every 300 bits. Let's fucking go. Happy Canada Day, motherfuckers. If you wonder where the holes for the donuts went back, it's true. So yeah, Tim Hortons is the lifeblood of our society. I think Burger King bought them out, which I'm a little bummed about. But yes, Canada made our whole personality out of a donut shop because we don't have a culture. And I love it. Let's see. Come on, tuner. Come on, tuner. How are you in sports card? I am upset though that I get because I live in LA right now. So I get July 4th off, but I do not get Canada Day off, which is weird because the CEO of my company is Canadian. I have like multiple Canadians. I think honestly one of the reasons I got a job here, because as y'all know I got laid off and I was like looking for work, is that they were just like a lot of Canadians were there and they just like felt bad that I was getting deported. Like part of me it just feels like I was like a pity hire, just like, oh bitch, I know what that's like. Thank God. All right, I can't tune this right. What battery is this? Oh, you're in LA too? Yeah, I am. How are you liking it? I honestly like it a whole bunch. A lot of people don't like LA, and I totally understand why. But I've just met so many fucking creative, cool people with like just dreams and shit. CR2032. Are you looking up did you just Google the battery for the snark? That's so funny. I have like 400 of those stupid coin batteries and they're all the wrong number and they're all the same shape. So I like stick them in and hope for the best and it doesn't work. It's definitely not 2025 or 3, because I was looking for that one. All right. Hockey is also our lifeblood, but I don't want to talk about it because I'm an Oilers fan. We all got real quiet the last couple weeks. You've been working here, you've been here your whole life and love it. Used to work in the film industry and met many awesome people. Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is most of my friends in the film industry are not working in the film industry right now. Which is why I'm excited to be doing some projects. Because there's a lot of talented people and I don't want to work. Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. It's pretty good, right? You could never live in LA. It's crazy here for sure. Wait, how does it go again? Wait. I don't remember. My guitar teacher's gonna hate me. I have not practiced ever. Every time I show up, he's like, did you practice? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'll take your money, bitch. But you're not. All right. Eagles are definitely good birds, eh? Oh yeah, eh? Eagles are some good birds there. Let me turn this off. Static. Oh, but also with my guitar, I took it to this dude, and it's really, really cool. Again, another cool thing about living in LA is this guy, he's walking distance from my house. He's walking distance from my house, and he has, like, done guitars for, like, the Cramps and shit. And, like, I forget which one of the bands, like, the LA, like, skater punk bands, but it was, like, it's not, like, NoFX, but it's, like, Bad Religion or something. Like, it's just, like, and he just, like, lives down the street. When are you gonna lock in and take over all content? Let's cuddle, bro. Let's cuddle, bro. We're working on it. We're working so hard. Follow that account on my chat. Follow that account, because that's... We're trying to take over. We're trying to take over, man. We're trying to do some OP content. I feel like... I don't know. I have two wolves inside of me, okay? Two wolves inside of me. One loves, like, 2006 on a webcam YouTube that is just unhinged and pointless. And part of me loves, like, ContraPoints and, like, just overdoing simple things. Like, just making the smallest things way too extra and, like, putting way too much effort, money, production into it. And they're constantly fighting. But yes, we're gonna be doing some horror content. Y'all, this weekend was insane. I can't even, like, I was also pretty drunk, but I was turning the foodie down. I was like, this shit doesn't seem real. Like, we found out, because people, like, want to help you here when, like, you are passionate and fucking trying, which is crazy. So we just found out recently we have an access, potentially, I think this is happening. I think it's, like, safe enough to announce, to, like, a photo studio that we can kind of use whenever we want. And just so you know, that's insane in LA. Like, my cousin is paying, like something like, I don't forget, like $1,800. Not her, but, like, they're splitting it for, like, a studio. And it's like, this is, like, I can literally go in for free. This is crazy. When we went to the film fest thing, someone offered us to, like, do a song for our short, who's, like, worked in the business. It's like, when we announced this account, a bunch of people DM'd asking to, like, help out. Like, people have, like, worked on real projects. Like, it's, like, happening. This is crazy. And, you know, I hate to be annoying about it, because I know it's, like, problematic, but, like, I really do leave a lot. I do have a lot of this to thank to OTK, to be honest. Like, the OTK top streamer thing, I started doing horror stuff because it was, like, people were, like, weirded out by it, and I just, like, kept doing it, and I was just, like, rewarded. And I was like, ooh, I like that. I like that dopamine rush. And I just kept doing it, and, like, and then I realized, like, me and Foodie were like, damn, like, we're good at this shit. Like, this isn't just, like, us dicking around for some competition. Which the competition was super fun, by the way. But, like, we could do this full time. I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for OTK. So I don't know. I have a lot to thank for them. Let's say half of them, because half of them have gone, like, kicked out. It's so bad. They thanked you. Yeah, exactly. Like, the people who, like, were cool and still are cool. Like, there are. Will Neff. Wait, which one left? Will Neff or Seal? Will Neff left, right? But there's, like, so many cool people in that org. Like, so frustrating. Like, yeah. Like, Will Neff, Sear. Will Neff is gone, but, like, Emeru. I honestly still like Nick. Nick is, like, on the brink of getting canceled, but, like, I'm just really hoping he doesn't. I'm like, Nick, please. Please stop. Please just, I see the line. Just stop. Like, stop, Nick, please. All right. Let's see. What did y'all say? You said one, he wants to retire, tackled history buff. This is so surreal to say. Like, I love that I just, like, drop insane lore that just, like, blows my mind. But, like, when I was at, like, Emeru's party, Halloween party, I remember someone asked Nick if he liked streaming, and he's like, fuck no. He did this, was like, no, I don't enjoy this. It's, like, so much work. Like, it was just like, damn, if the fucking guy who's, like, at the top hates it, like, maybe I won't be a full-time streamer. Maybe I will. It would be a little hard to do what we're doing while being a full-time streamer, but maybe. Does Final Girls have any other links? So I So the big link that we're going to be doing, for those who don't know, we're starting a Final Girls production. So we're starting our own production company, which is like crazy. The big link that we're going to be sharing is passes, because it's sort of like a Patreon fan house thing where we're going to be like making stuff and like commissioning like works, which I'm really excited about. But I think I have to get officially accepted, and I don't know if there's like a link. So when it's on, it's going to be at passes.com. But I don't know, like, I don't know. It's so confused. This website's so confusing. I'm so excited to use it, but I'm also so confused. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, we have passes / Bella Thorne. Okay, so then we should have Final Girls. Okay, yeah. This. So, could have been you. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm okay. I like Nick, but I don't like Nick that much. Spread Oz, not crazy enough. Honestly, Kachi is like such content. Like genuinely such a funny person. No. I love Kachi. I really do. I think she's hilarious. I'm really glad that like she is doing well and like she isn't known like she's not. I feel like she's now not going to be known as that girl that got drunk on that show, you know, like that. Like at first I was like I really hope that's not how she goes down, but like now because like she's doing so much stuff, I truly don't think that that's going to be her main memory. Peckies, we're just talking about OTK. What's up? That was the hardest stream you ever watched. Seriously, y'all were great. I watched bits of it. We're talking about the Kachi thing. I'm sorry, Peckies. Pecky's a producer for the contest. To be fair, that was the most memorable part, though. But what I was saying before the Kachi thing is that I was saying I was very thankful to OTK because now we're doing like a production company thing, and I didn't think that I was capable of making art until the competition. So it was mostly being grateful, I think. We'll rewatch the VOD, maybe. Hey man, I think I gotta go to bed. That's fine. Finale of part 3. Oh, it's the season 3. Yeah. What a time. Thank you. It's surreal. It's weird because it's like, I heard that you're not supposed to announce stuff until it happens. So I am and my family's like this too. I am very conservative about what I brag about because I'm afraid it's not going to happen. So I'm like very like cautious about things usually to announce. Because I heard like say you're trying to like get jacked. If you tell everyone I'm going to go to the gym and get jacked, apparently you're like less likely to than if you just like fucking go. Because like you get dopamine. You get dopamine from like telling people it because it's like, oh, this is going to happen. You get excited. And like that's almost enough of a high that you don't actually go through with it. Sevi was so funny there. That was I think that was like a lot of people's introduction to Sevi. Living with Sevi was fun. Yeah. We got along really well at the show. Leaks are good advertising. People say the same thing about pregnancies. Well, that's because you can lose it's the same shit. You know what I mean? If like in the first 3 months, you can lose pregnancy. So it's like the first 3 months, like me and Foodie might just like punch each other and then like we'll never talk about it again. That's why I never talk about sex. I'm so sorry. I love I'm just standing in front of this blank wall. Here, I'll just hold this Timbits thing so there's like something visual. But I feel okay. All right, sounds good, Peckies. See you later. I feel good announcing it because things have like happened that like I didn't expect it. This is why the Gothic Foodie, shout out to the Gothic Foodie again, is like so important in my life because like she put up the Instagram, she's like advertising already, and I'm like, I think it's way too soon. I think our pregnancy is like at 2 months or 1 month, and it's too soon. But we set it up, and it's like we got like 100 followers, which is really cool for a day to have 100 followers. What are we at? Like that's actually crazy to me. But also like what's more important is that people who I really respect have just like DM'd us out of nowhere, been like, I want to do projects. Like I had a guy who does voiceovers. I had a guy who does like, at like one of the big film schools here. We've had people in the industry reach out, and it's just like people. The really cool thing about this like industry is like people like passion, and they feel that passion, and then they want to help out, and I think that's like so cool. And I felt so much like support and love from like the LA like film community, and we like haven't made anything yet realistically. Like we made our vlog 4. Like go on YouTube and watch vlog 4. I feel like we're really proud of that. That's when we realized we could do shit. But like we're actually like getting started, and like people are really, really nice. Haven't even gotten the test yet. Wait, what test? You're on your Discord. Don't have the Insta. The Insta's... No, it's on the chat. It's right here. I pinned it. Would definitely pay $1. $1? That's not enough money to fight a human? Are you serious? What do you think the value of human life is? $1? That's crazy. Thank you. I'm excited. Okay. For like stuff that like if you want to see what I'm like some of the stuff we're doing, there's still stuff on my Insta right now. We're gonna be kind of like putting it on both, but yeah. You have Tree Fitty, take it or leave it. It's pretty good. Okay. Someone said SCP-173. SCP-173. It's pretty short. Okay, I'm gonna go to Volgan. The Volgan. Filters. So you're producer, writer, director, and talent. I mean, that's what you gotta do, right? These days. Here's this thing. I'm gonna be shady right now. I hope they're not watching, but there is this guy who I like and respect quite a bit. I would like to say. Sorry, every time there's like a big blank screen, I want to like... But we were at a party, and he was talking, and he was like, I've been shelling out my script to a guy that knows Spielberg, and Spielberg isn't calling me back. Girl. Lot of thoughts on this. Number one, if you are in Hollywood long enough, you will know someone who knows Spielberg, okay? It's not hard. The issue is, Spielberg doesn't know who you are, and you handing him a script as a no one because you're friends with his sister's babysitter. Like, that's not enough to like for him to look at your script, bro. Like, Spielberg doesn't want to look at your... Are you insane? What's with the bucket? I thought that there's too much blank space here, so I'm trying to fill it up with my Timbits bucket. And I'm realizing that there's a lot of people who are like in the industry and have been here for a while and are very... not necessarily established, but have been in LA for a while and have like done gigs and shit, who are still handing like paper scripts to people. Are you telling me in 2025, where people don't want to watch like a 30-second reel that their friend sends them, you're going to try and get Steven Spielberg to read an entire script? You're going to send him a PDF in this year of our Lord 2025? No! Nobody, like the days of handing scripts to people is canceled. Like I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous because like you're making someone work so hard. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like, that's like, yeah, you have to be. Hi, Agent Irie. Very Irie. Are you like a troll? But yeah, like when you like, you have to be writer, director, producer, and whatever. And like we live, like you shouldn't even be mad. To me, you shouldn't even be mad that the days of scripts are over. You know why? Because if you were in 1970 or 1960 where everything was like super hard, like you had to like go on film and you had to like, you know, the cameras were $bazillion and like there was no internet and you had to like go in person and hand shit, they would fucking be so excited if it was like, what if I told you you could like take a camera, you could get quite good quality for a lot cheaper, and you can upload it online and you can make an entire movie, like a mini movie. So your calling card isn't a script, but like a mini short thing. Like you can actually send them your vision and they'd be like, that's amazing. So like the technology is like incredible. And like I get that it's like annoying that like the world has changed, but to me it's like that's so exciting. It's like you don't have to wait for anybody. You know, obviously like there's like a financial cost, which sucks, and there's like a time cost, and that's like takes privilege, because it's like as someone who works full time, like I very much cannot spend the amount of time that I want to do on this shit. But like that's such a blessing, you know what I mean, to be able to do that. But yeah, like you write the script, but you don't just hand them the script, you show them the script, you like shoot the script. That's like, I think that's so fucking cool in this day and age that we can do that. To me, it's like, I don't think people should mourn the days of going and handing like tapes or scripts to people. I think people should celebrate like what you can do now. Your dad asked you how much you think a human life is worth as he was cleaning his gun. This tells me a lot about you, Cove. This is like making a lot of sense. I was like, I don't know. He says about 50 cents, the cost for one of these bullets. He was a military guy in South America. Tracks. That's some crazy lore, man. Spielberg done fucked up. Yo, that was the best scripts he ever read. He's sleeping on that. AI can do that now. The thing about AI, sorry that I'm not doing anything that I said I would do here. The thing about AI is AI can do a lot of stuff, but a lot of people really fucking hate AI. Like a lot of people, like even I would say to sometimes, like there's sometimes it's warranted, but sometimes it's just like a little bit irrational. Like just the idea of ChatGPT like helping you with your homework is like the worst thing in the world. It's just like, I would have loved that. Like obviously like you need to learn stuff, but like there's certain things that AI is very helpful with. But people like very much have a visceral, especially artists, and there's good reason for that, have like a visceral disgust to AI. And so, and another big thing, which is like before AI, right? Before people fucking hated AI and had disgust and aversion to AI and would complain about that, you know what they complain about is CGI. And CGI is still like a fair amount of work, but people still were angry about it because it wasn't authentic. You know what I mean? And that actually took like effort. Like that actually takes people, like people want to do that. Like that takes people with skills, but people don't want that. They want practical effects. So in like the horror community specifically, and I didn't really know this because I don't know if a lot of you know, but I'm like I'm pretty new to the whole horror community. Like most people I know who are in a horror were like shown like Chucky when they were 6 and just like it traumatized them forever, and then they love this shit. Like I grew up in like an Asian Christian household. We didn't like that wasn't my life. But yeah, a lot of like the horror community has always been extremely pro practical effects. So in this day and age, like not only do people love practical effects, like people love seeing like when Star Wars they use the actual like little robots instead of CGI. So we learn to do practical effects, and we have people who like SFX people, like we've met really, really talented people here. If we get good at practical effects, that's going to be such a skill that people are really, really going to react well to, you know? Like the way that I can sort of liken it to is like DJs, right? There's like a fuck ton of DJs, and there's like, you know, there's really good DJs, and there's DJs that can kind of just press a button and hope for the best. And sometimes like to the naked eye, like unless you're like into it, like you can't really tell who's like a fraud or not. But one thing you can tell, which is like people just are really drawn to, is when the fucking it's always just like some like older black dude. He like walks back and he's like in his 40s and he's like at this club, and you're like, what's going on? And he pulls out these like records, like fucking full ass record. Have you ever been to a club like this and this has happened? It's insane. And everybody's like, no way, because it's like a lost art, and people really just respect like. I feel like that's the practical effects of music. It's like, yeah, you can come in and there's really incredible, like I love like electronic music, but like there's something really visceral and different, and people just kind of stop when like someone just pulls a real record out and like spins it, you know? So that's why I'm not afraid of AI, because if you learn to do stuff that people are too lazy to do and they just do AI and they see that you do it real, like people like really reward that. Especially in the horror community, because it's just like it's a really good community, which is weird because everything's so horrible. You'd think that people would be awful too, but no, everyone's super nice. I'm sorry, I have been ranting and not reading chat. That's my bad. People gonna say your hard work is AI, but they like if it's practical. That's why I love B-movie shit, because it looks bad. I love shit that looks bad on purpose. Because then it's just like, there's no way this is AI. Because if it was AI, they would have done it properly. Like, that's how you can kind of tell, like, because that's how people tell that if writing's like ChatGPT, like if it's super like organized and there's like an M dash or whatever. I still don't know the difference between an M dash and an N dash. I went to school. I don't know. But like people are like, oh, like, but if it's like some unhinged weird writing, it's like AI would not put that out. Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. But right now they're just like, we're not going to do that. This looks crazy. Asking hints on how to solve it before asking the answer straight away. I don't remember what that's for. I'm so sorry. Isn't 28 years later Shaw entirely of iPhone? I've heard that and I didn't believe it. And then my cousin sent me an iPhone with like a giant fucking lens coming out of it. And it's like a whole thing. That's crazy if that's true. I believe that some of it's shot. That is insane. What kind of lens? Girl, what kind of lens is that? That's such a game changer. I feel like there's a catch. Like if something's too good to be true, it can't be. But yeah, I saw it. It was like the iPhone, this like crazy lens and this like handheld thing. That's cool as shit though. Send him a 1-second episode of each episode of One Piece. What? Working in the industry, I need that script. I don't need that script. I'm not gonna read the script. Working in the industry long enough, you meet tons of famous people. They're called coworkers. Some people don't understand that at all. Yeah, exactly. And I'm really bad at that though, if I'm being honest. Like, Slew would always be like, don't act like a fan, act like equal, because they will treat you as a fan if you act like a fan. But then I live in LA, so I'll see someone, I'll be like, oh my god, and I'll just be like super annoying, and I'll just embarrass myself. But I don't care. I'm never gonna stop being a fangirl. Because if I stop being a fangirl, I stop being a fan. So why the fuck am I here if I don't like this shit? Remember when Bel Air was a concept teaser short on YouTube or Cobra Kai? That's how you catch attention. Was that true for Cobra Kai? Because Cobra Kai is doing great now. How far am I behind? Of course I'm 5 minutes behind on chat. I'm so sorry, y'all. Grok, is this true? Gork, tell me! Gork, please! No idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing my trick-or-treat bucket. You saw Saw with your mother when you were young and you avoided horror like the plague. Yeah, same. Like, I would see stuff and be like, well, this is going to ruin my life. I'm never going to touch this again for, like, my whole childhood. The issue with AI arts, learning from and using skills of artists without permission. There's ethical AI, and that's what needs to be focused on. I like that, like, the law is finally not catching up, but at least trying. Like, there's some court cases, like, coming out, and then people are, like, suing. I think that's fun. N dash is the length of N. M dash is the length of M. Is that real? Don't fuck with me. Is that real? Apple would be milking that in advertising. I mean, they should be. I saw the photo, but who knows? Maybe that was AI. Cobra Kai series finale. Oh, okay. All right. View count. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It is 173 is like the crazy one. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. We also got some goals if y'all want to cheers. And we also, happy Canada Day, I will be taking a maple syrup shot every 300 bits. Okay. Yo, this thing is crazy looking. Okay. Is there more though? Cause this, it's got a lot of rating, but it's like so small. Why is it so... Like it's a very, very short, it's like too short. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do this one, but I like that it's very upsetting. But I want to do something a little bit longer. I'm thinking one that's like maybe like 15 minutes or so. This one's an hour. This one's 21 full minutes. Should we do 20? 21's fine. 21. All right. SCP-199, Humans Refuted, Object Class Keter, Predatory SCP. All right, that's what we're doing. We are doing 3199. Okay. Where is SCP 3199. Thank you so much for the Gigantify. I appreciate it. I put that in the wrong chat. You know, 33 bits. That means we're only 270 bits away from maple syrup. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Same with voice actors. That's why there's a strike going on. They're trying to use their indefinitely without compensation, which is interesting because there's a law that creates precedents. Back to the Future, they made a Christian bodysuit and had another actor they sued. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. SCP-3199. Here we go. Do I have my Sharpie? I don't. I will be back. I'll be back. That's a reference from, you know. Okay, one second. Does this work? Spooky. Okay. SCP-3199. Okay. I hate that, like, dash. 3, 1, 9, 9. I hope y'all are all taking notes at home, okay? This will be on the test. I can't overstate. Do not slack on this. This will be on the test. I will freak out. I'll freak out if you don't write this down. Okay, here we go. SCP-3199. Is maple syrup shot bad or good? I think it's good. How are you doing tackle, by the way? Wait, let me stand. I feel like it's important to stand. I find it makes me look more professorial. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Because I can't read this small of font. Alright. So this is SCP-3199. Object class Keter. Okay. Site responsible is Site 114. Okay. That's 114. The director is Ewing. Okay. B. Ewing. And he's also the research head. Or they. I don't know. I don't know the gender of B. Omega 19 is the assigned task force. Is your house on a lean? Nope, but my camera is. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. Because I've tried to fix it, and then it gets even worse. Also, let's move this out of the way. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. The shot. Beautiful. Beautiful. Web Giants. Thank you so much for follow. I appreciate it. And you. Alright, so. All live instances of SCP-3199 are to be contained on Site 114 within a modified Keter humanoid containment chamber, okay? From now on, we're going to refer to that as the primary containment, but remember, Keter, it was a humanoid containment chamber. This is my cat's toy, by the way. So the walls need to be coated in approximately 2 centimeters thick of acid-resistant steel. Okay. CCTV equipment is installed in the northeastern and the southwestern corners. And there's going to be 2 meters of empty space to be allocated between primary and secondary entertainment. Also, containment, sorry. Please let me know if anyone has any questions, by the way. I will, you know, feel free to ask questions in chat. I will go into it as we go. I feel like you're in the wrong class. You are in the right class. This is the only class you need to know about SCP-3199. Am I using millimeters? Because I'm Canadian. Because I'm Canadian / every other country uses... Whatever. Alright. Secondary containment consists of suspending all live instances of SCP-3199 within a block of solid transparent substance. Currently, what we're using is clear acrylic resin, okay? Is that the best material to contain this anomaly? I don't know, but it's the only one we have. Winston Churchill said that, I think. Didn't pay attention in history. This block is to be at a height of at least 3 meters long, okay? Height, 3 meters high. One armed security guard is to be stationed outside along the primary containment at all of the times. How are you doing, McCrackle? It's great to see you. How have you been? An 8-digit passcode can be obtained from the current Site 114 director to bypass the primary containment. All right, so just talk to your talk to the 114 director. Don't talk to me. I won't give it to you. I'm too busy. Secondary containment is to be regularly examined for damages, all right? Movement and activity of any kind are to be noted, and the current Site 114 director is to be informed at the earliest possible convenience, okay? Let me just... Sorry, I gotta start working this, I gotta start drawing this here, or else we're never gonna get out of here. Alright. I think I nailed that. Okay. A temporary recall procedure is detailed in Addendum 3199-03. Do all of your manuals out? Can you please turn to Addendum 3199-03? This isn't calculus. Calculus is useless. You'll never use it, I swear to God. Experiments involving the use of live SCP-3199 instances are strictly prohibited without approval from at least 2 personnel of at least level 4 security clearance or above. 319903, good. Okay, so this is crossed out. The original note was, as of December 6th, 2017, there are 4 live instances of SCP-3199 successfully contained. As of 2019, there are actually now 6 instances, so we may be going in the wrong direction, but that's neither here nor there. So, what does this thing look like? Well, SCP-3199 denotes a species of sentient Category 5 biological entities, all right, of currently indeterminate origin. Tissue samples indicate the presence of a silky chicken, okay, a chimpanzee, a stoat, don't know what a stoat is, but there's some of that in there, mussel, adder, and also human, which is interesting. They're usually hairless and stained with a thin layer of an albumin-like excretion, and they're average 3 meters tall. Well, 2.9, but, you know, I round up. Its weight averages 780 kilograms for a matured instance, 360 for a hatchling. I feel bad for the mother of this anomaly. Autopsy has determined the cervical vertebrae of a mature 3199 instance are composed of cartilage, not bone. That enables the neck and throat to twist and dislocate about 340 degrees in either direction, aiding their unusual reproductive cycle. You want to know about their reproductive cycle? I got you. Let me just, sorry, I'm just going to pull up an image for myself, because I have, I keep scrolling up, and it's not helpful. Okay. Not the best drawer. Yeah, not safe for work images. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna see some 3199 action here. Just what I wanted on a Monday. On a Monday. Okay, I think. Let's see. Not the best, but I think I kind of. Yeah. I think that's sort of how it looks. Okay, so SCP-3199, they're opportunistic hunters, and they engage with live subjects. At first we didn't have an identified radius, and now we know it is about 0.6 kilometers, okay? Surrounding hatchlings that haven't yet reached full adolescence. Stoats are kind of like ferrets. Oh, okay, interesting. Average speed is about 25 kilometers per hour. Upon contact with human or animal subjects, the SCP will proceed to, redacted, liquefying internal organs and bone structure. A suitable cadaver is then transferred within the range of the closest hatchlings, okay? So you don't want to get too close to this thing. SCP produces large eggs of an off-white coloration and rubbery appearance, okay? Just gonna draw some eggs here for reference. They're kind of around, they're kind of like the cluster, okay? So this is the egg. Kind of like this. I'll do like a crack so you know it's an egg. Yeah, that's nice. That's some good egg. Some good egg. That's good egg right there. An egg will pass through the entity's digestive tract, esophagus, and eventually out via its mouth, followed by a viscous red substance. First, it was thought to be placenta. That's kind of fun. The chemical breakdown has actually determined it to be a highly corrosive material, though. The SCP shows extreme distress throughout the process, with personal describing the sound is not dissimilar to a scream. Let me just go ahead and draw the mouth here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. We got this. All right. Just kind of. Yeah. Some teeth here. That's pretty good. It's kind of like this. It's a little bit of shading. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then, yeah, so a little bit of like placenta-y, but it's not placenta, corrosive blood comes out of their mouth after. So let me just, no, it's brown, sorry. Apparently I'm colorblind. All right. There you go. Is this relaxing? Is anyone going to sleep to this? Like who's this for? All right, here we go. So there we go. We got some nice viscous placenta corrosive shit coming out. That looks good. All right, perfect. Looks nice. All right. So, you want to know more about the eggs, obviously. So I'll tell you more about these eggs. A single SCP-3199 egg can bear a tremendous amount of resilience, maintaining its form and purpose, even following continuous subjection to trauma. So, it's so early to be going to sleep. I mean, it is like 1 a.m. in a lot of places. You're gonna have to relearn placenta. That's okay, there's a whole chapter of placenta in the manual. There's no limit to the number of eggs that SCP-3199 is capable of producing. And the standing theory is as follows. Given through time, a single instance can, you're not going to believe this, it could single-handedly perform an LK class species transmutation scenario. Didn't think you'd hear about that this year, did you? The termination of a live instance can be achieved through a variety of equally effective methods. The SCP has proven to be about as resilient as a standard human. But eradication has been proven impossible. That's been crossed out. Difficult, as all instances of SCP carry 1 egg in a specialized stomach organ upon birth, assuring 1 living instance will persist through even an ordinary means of constant and lethal assault. This is going to be on your Soothing Sleep Sound ASMR playlist. That's what that is what I seek to do. I am trying to become a comfort streamer. Everyone, please let me know in the comments below how I'm doing. The biological phenomenon of keeping this egg in their stomach is presumed to be anomalous in origin. So the egg can bear a very large amount of trauma. This includes extreme blunt force trauma, pressure exceeding about 180,000 psi. For those of you who don't know, I think that's the YouTuber in the UK who did like the Prime Energy drink with Logan Paul. High precision blades, serrated and non-serrated, and long-term acid exposure. Okay, let me just draw these eyes. Okay. Yeah. So this is sort of like I feel like it's sort of coming together here. Let me see. Do I have like a gray? I feel like the shading is a little tricky because it's not so much like it's not so much dark as like it's sort of like a gray color, and I feel like it's sort of this marker is really missing the point here. Maybe if I do this like purpley thing. Did it specify what temperature can withstand? Not yet, but potentially in the future. All I have now is trauma, pressure, stabbing, and acid. But temperature would be a good idea. Honestly, you should bring that up with your local director. I think they would be very interested in hearing about that. And also, they'd be impressed that you take initiative. And that's what we do here at SCP, okay? We take initiative, so, you know, gold stars to you. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little hand there. That's a good boy. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice little... All right. The application of plastic explosives was considered, but it was quickly rejected by the higher administration. Oh, here we go. Heat is a primary component in the growth and development of the eggs. Everyone, if you need to know more about that, go to Addendum 3199-4. And Foundation researcher Puig Beithel was particularly apprehensive towards the idea, believing that it would certainly result in breach. Okay? So we gave this SCP a Keter classification. For those of you who don't know, that is the highest classification. Deadly, very, 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 very dangerous, threat to life and possible all of human civilization. So it's not the best. We want less of these. Addendum 3-119, 4. 3199-4. 3 was the, I can't scroll up. You can look on yours. Okay. So there was a breach in 2017. The prior containment method, which was just a sedated water bath, was disassembled and replaced with a revised containment structure as listed above. Okay? Now, Addendum 3199A-1 says on redacted 2017, O5 redacted dispatch the following notice. Okay? I will now read to you the notice. Dramatically. All further experiments involving SCP-3199's eggs are strictly prohibited. Hatching periods have proven too unreliable to warrant extensive research, and as the consequences of a containment breach have become more and more apparent, the O5 Council has unanimously decided to nip the situation at the bud. Until new and reliable information comes to light, all personnel found acting against protocol will be subject to standard zero-tolerance risk assessment training and a punishment determined on a case-by-case basis. We thank you for your continued cooperation. Hi, Your Average Joe. It's nice to see you. We are learning about SCP-3199, this bad boy right here, who's a little bit dangerous, a little bit spooky. Eggs come out of its mouth, which bleeds placenta-like material that turns out to be acid. So we're just having a nice relaxing nighttime stream. You know, that's just what we're doing. All right, you saw that boy in your closet. You need to contact your director immediately. That is a breach. That is a breach. Moat dab, thank you, the watcher. A moat dab is like a regular dab, but slightly worse. Yeah, that's a good. I got a good one there. That was a good moat dab. All right. SCP-3199 was discovered in Redacted, Ireland, following witness reports of a bald creature crying like a banshee, okay, from within an undisclosed area of woodland. These reports resulted in the dispatchment of Mobile Task Force Omega-19, who arrived on site with 12 armed personnel. How do you expect us to not have nightmares of SCP-3199? Well, I mean, the good news is, okay, I understand maybe this boy seems a little bit creepy. Let me just draw its little arm here. It may seem a little creepy. I do concede, you know, that it's a little odd. However, I would like to note from from a more hopeful standpoint that we've mostly contained it. Have we fully contained it? We're working on it, but you know, chances are there won't be a breach. Most do I love. Well, first, most, I assume you're on mobile. Moat, do I like emo girls or do I just have mommy issues? Why not both? That's... As someone who has mommy issues, I have no comment on this question. All right. Like severe mommy issues. Anyway, all right, no, but that's not what this is about. Okay. The results of this sighting in Ireland resulted in the dispatchment of Mobile Task Force with 12 personnel. 2 were lost in action. Their internal organs and jaws were almost entirely dissolved. Not ideal. During transportation, the SCP produced 2 offspring and resulted in the deaths of a further 6 people. My bad, Moat. I did not mean disrespect your name and figures. That's okay. You are forgiven. All those eggs, bro, is multiplying. Yes, and we really don't want, as we've noted, we really don't want these things to be multiplying generally. Now we're gonna go. Everyone, please turn to Addendum 3199A-2. My fuck. On 2017, a thorough sweep of the SCP's initial recovery location was enacted in an attempt to uncover the creature's origin and purpose. The report suggested the small remote residence in question had been abandoned for at least 2 decades. Surface Team Delta-29-E recovered several items of interest. Okay? Everyone please write down these items of interest. They are important. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to draw this thing. So, the thing about this, and I'm not a very good drawer, is it's like, it's not so much like the presence of it, it's sort of like the absence of it, if that makes sense. So it's like, you know, you kind of have to use like negative space. What is this when you like draw like around the thing? Wait, let me get like a crayon or something. I have a pretty good selection of crayons. The reason why I do is because I bought a desk from like a Mexican thrift store over in like by Koreatown, and there was just some Korean girl that left all her crayons in the back. So when I opened the drawer, there were a bunch of crayons like hidden behind. It was super weird. Anyway, they're my crayons now. Now they're my crayons. I'm sensing a ChatGPT script. I hope not. I hope this isn't ChatGPT. When was this written? You can. This is why I kind of like older stuff now, because you know it's like probably not. I think this is like an older one. So I don't think so. Let's see. Where are we going? Okay. Let me just. Sorry, I just gotta draw a little bit more of this here. Hard to hear when you talk away. Sorry. Let me turn up the mic. This is better than any class at any professor. Yeah. It's because it's important. It's because this is actually important, chat. This is life or death. Okay, here we go. Let me know if, because then I get worried like the mic peaks because I'm like loud, so it's sort of like this like constant battle. So it's like, it's not so much like the presence of this, but like the absence, if that makes sense. So like, just imagine like this is all covered in like blackness and darkness, and it's like very scary. It's like, whoa, woo, you know what I mean? Okay, so the surface team, sorry, got distracted. Surface Team Delta 029-E recovered several items of interest, okay? Including, now everyone write this down, 1 bag of assorted thread and needles in various colors and sizes, approximately 13 chicken carcasses based on the collective halves and quarters with precise incisions located on the underbelly, the neck, and the thigh. 6 of the carcasses had been plucked with visible human teeth marks lining the bare areas at random intervals. Okay? Is that Slenderman fan art from 2013? If it walks like a duck. Other things found included several containers, such as water bottles and Tupperware boxes, holding unidentified watery paste. The paste was deep brown in color, and the presence of oxygen, it turned viscous and hard. An A5 notebook, which was redacted, brand, and heavily scratched with what determined to be human fingernails. The words "New Breed Manifesto" were written on the front cover. And there are also 2 chicken feather quills. Exactly 2, okay? That might be on the quiz. That's just a hint. W lore, exactly. All right, so the notebook consisted of 24 pages of standard line paper written in non-anomalous black ink. 19 of those consisted of various cuboid patterns and crude, childlike illustrations, which vaguely resembled SCP-319. Probably as bad a drawing as this one. Similarly bad to this drawing. On the remaining 5 pages, large lines of writing detailed the diary of an unnamed individual. Much of the written script was illegible. One extract in particular, which was dated redacted 6/1973, was written with notably higher clarity, which is very odd. It was a long time ago. Okay, sorry. Let me get sorry, I apologize. I forgot my notebook. I'll be right back. Everyone please remain calm. I will be getting the notebook and returning. Everybody talk amongst yourselves. Also, I'm gonna get some water. Yeah. I'll just get some water. Oh. Sorry, I really gotta work on my filing, y'all. Okay, sorry. Let me get the notebook. Here we go. All right. So, in the notebook, you gotta let me cheat off your papers on the quiz. I'm effed if I don't pass this. Listen, you know, only you can be responsible for your future, okay? Let me turn to this page. If you're reading this, then lucky, and lucky is spelled wrong, lucky you, a lot of this is spelled wrong, just, you know, 400,000th hour from not, and it'll be warm and wet and warm, and the wonderful, and then they spelled versatility wrong several times, of inferior human DNA will birth a better era, okay? A stronger ear. One where, this is legible, and food and water will be nothing but things of the past, as we make and make and make more until illegible. And then this is in all caps. I really haven't much, Tim, crossed out, time. That's why I envy you so much. You'll have all the time you need. Time will be a thing of the time, that's crossed out. Time will be on, and death will be the life. New life needs things to live. New life will be a part of life from now on. That's just word for word. That's why. Sorry, it's a little hard. We're still trying to figure that out. You're not worried about passing. You're worried about surviving. Both are important, and both you should kind of work on. So the final page consists of various ink blots. 13 instances of the word life in inconsistent sizes, 2 instances of the words want it, I want it, I want it, and the lyrics to English songwriter Frederick Weatherly's Danny Boy in Old Gaelic script, which is kind of fun. The identity of the journal's author is pending investigation. SCP-3199 has the power to make it look like someone reading from a notebook isn't actually reading from a notebook. I know, incredible. I was definitely reading from the notebook, just so you know. I was just looking at the camera. It was definitely on the notebook. Addendum 3199-3, Protocol 34-22-B. Okay? So this one's important. So I'm going to repeat that one more time. Protocol 34-22-B. Okay? Also, any questions so far? I will pause for questions, actually. Also because I want to keep shading my boy. There's just sort of like a lot of darkness around it just here. Just imagine it's in a creepy, spooky space. I think I'm nailing this. And then it's got sort of like, let me see here. It's got sort of like a dumpy a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, it's got a little bit of like a little bit of a dumpy. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay. Do you have a question, Ice Prophet? Yes? Hand? All right. The following procedure is to occur in the event of a Site 3114 containment breach and an effort to safely and immediately recontain live instances. On-site personnel with level 1 security clearance or above assume standard lockdown procedure and evacuate Site 113 to await further instruction. One question. What in particular is bothering you about this? Is it the fact that it lays eggs? Is it the fact that the eggs can withstand unbelievable pressure? Is it the fact that they come out of the entity's mouth with a acid-like placenta substance? I'm going to need a little bit more specific before I can answer that question. On-site personnel with level 1 security clearance or above assume standard lockdown procedure. Site 114 is to be flooded in its entirety by clean distilled water treated with dissolvable Class A sedatives. If you use Class B sedatives, it will not work, and I will be able to tell. Surface Team Tango-306A will be dispatched immediately to retrieve any lingering substances of their eggs. Any living instances will be terminated on site, and their eggs will be collected. Eggs for reference. All egg samples are to be transported to temporary off-site containment with a stable water bath. Site 114 will be subsequently drained, and custodian staff will be dispatched to clean and sanitize to a green zone foundation standard. Okay? All right, we're almost done. I hope everyone's following. Okay. A little upsetting you're not allowed to harbor the eggs. I mean, we collect the eggs for research purposes, but generally they are extremely dangerous, and I would say that you should not go anywhere near the eggs. Highly not recommended. Personnel attempting to breach Site 114 before this inspection is complete will be apprehended and punished accordingly. Now, Dr. Lewis gave us a note in 2017. I will now be reading in Dr. Lewis in a British accent because he was British. Sane Clown Poxy, exactly. Note, a number of personnel have expressed their skepticism regarding the scale of SCP's containment breach protocol. To clarify, we have reason to believe fluids and exit counter to SCP's anomalous reproductive properties. It appears to enter an inert state in the presence of liquid, regardless of thickness or clarity. The leading theory is as follows. 3199 discerns the liquid around it to be occupied space. Regardless, I believe I speak all for Site 114 when I say we're quite relieved to have found a safe and consistent method of containment. That's what he sounds like. All right. Now we have an experiment. We're gonna have a bad time. Was that a Harry Potter impersonation? Yes. I hope that you're impressed. I've been practicing that. For weeks in preparation of the stream. All right. Experiment 3199E1 is heat exposure. Okay. So we experimented with one of the egg samples. Okay. And our method was the subject was relocated to a secure containment cell, and the inside temperature of the cell was gradually increased at about 7 degrees Celsius per minute. In Fahrenheit, that is, fuck you, just use Celsius like everyone else on this earth. Results. After approximately 9 minutes, the egg ruptured violently and produced a single hatchling. Okay. On-site personnel reacted swiftly to recontain the newborn instance, but the excessive internal temperatures appear to have impacted the physical maturity of the hatchling, and it reached adolescence at an accelerated rate of 60 seconds. The adolescent hatchling preferred 2 instances of 3199. Security response was swift, and all 3 were detained cleanly. All subsequent heat experiments involving the eggs have been postponed. Okay, there's one more experiment. This one is a really important one, okay? So I'm going to read this. I'm going to read the number twice, okay? Everyone writing this down? Do you have your notebooks out? Do you? Do you? Experiment 3199E02, cold exposure from 2017. Subject, 1 egg sample. Method. The subject was submerged completely in liquid nitrogen. Security remained on standby throughout the procedure in light of prior experiments. After about 45 minutes of exposure, the SCP had reached negative 190 degrees Celsius. Following 2 hours of exposure, the egg was removed and placed under hydraulic press. Okay? The results of the press were pressures around 9,000 psi. Cracks appeared approximately 30 minutes into the exposure before the sample shattered, and egg fragments were collected and pressed into a fine pulp. 0 traces of albumin or yolk were detected, and complete incineration of the cells remains successful in destroying the egg and its reproductive systems entirely. Sorry, there's one more experiment. I apologize, and then we're done here. Can you borrow a pen? I forgot mine. Oh my goodness, what did I say? Basic. There's pens over in the break room also. All right, experiment 319 EO3 is the chemical analysis of the shell, okay? So we took 10 grams of the finely pressed eggshell pulp taken from the egg, and the results were detailed chemical breakdown with traces of nacre, enamel, and currently unidentified carbon compound. The microscopic analysis suggests the shell is composed of a tightly packed crystalline structure. Practical application of this material is pending administrative approval. So this is what we have right now. There will be a final, will be a follow-up later, but that's sort of like an introduction, okay? Does anybody have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Okay. My throat hurts a lot. I'm gonna sit down. I think we covered it. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh. Okay, wait, let me also zoom. I'm so excited to get a camera that autofocuses, so I don't have to keep doing this. My favorite thing is having an extremely expensive camera that doesn't work at all as a webcam, and it's comically a bad idea. Okay. That's probably way too zoomed out, right? No, it's not bad. Okay. Oh. Oh. All right. So it has almost been 2 hours. I know that's kind of short, but I might have this stream be a little bit shorter because I was too sleepy to stream on Sunday. And so now what's happening is I will be streaming on Wednesday and I will be streaming on Sunday. So even though I stream twice a week, it sort of feels like I'm streaming 3 days a week, which plus a full-time job is a lot of streaming time. I don't know what I'm gonna do Wednesday. I'm hoping, so I'm part of this new group with Sandy. Sandy made it, really big Sandy fan. And it's called Cuties & Co. There's a new little stream group. I haven't been part of a stream group, I think, since Caseytron's like XXX, where everybody got in a fight and got mad and broke up. So I haven't been in a little stream group in a while, so I'm hoping to get more involved. I feel like kind of the weird kid at the back of the class, but hopefully people will hang out with me. So maybe I'll try and play some games with them. If not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it'll be fun. So that'll be Wednesday, and then on Sunday is the big stream, which I am extremely excited about. Sunday is going to be a lot of fun. It's gonna be unhinged. And it's gonna be the Star Wars cosplay cooking stream where me and Gothic Foodie will have matching Star Wars cosplay outfits. We're gonna look cute. I'm just saying, we're gonna look cute. Weird kid at the back of the class is 1000% my vibe, right? I think that's a good vibe. I think that's a cool vibe. I don't know. Does anyone have any more questions? I'm trying to think. Oof. I was trying to hit 2 hours, but I feel like this is good. Maple syrup shot for Canada Day. Anyone wants to do that? We're 270 bits away. And our next goal, so this is the cosplay was the last stream. This is going to be a Dwight cosplay with a very special guest, which I'm very excited about. So that's going to be the big goal here. So that's going to be really cool. Let's see. I don't really know what else to say here other than I am feeling very blessed. Look like 100 years old. That's crazy. I'm feeling very blessed. I'm feeling very blessed. Thank you, everyone. Please follow this account in the chat. For those of you who've just got in here, me and my friend were starting a production company to do little horror shorts and potentially more one day. But right now, we're doing small projects. We want to do some commissions that will be on passes, which doesn't exist yet, but it's going to be on passes.com. You'll figure it out. I'll let you know. And yeah, things are happening. Things are going well, which is like crazy. So my throat is gone. Should I do? Never mind. I don't want to ask you that. Should I do unscripted RP? I shouldn't, right? Should I? Yeah, should I? No. Also, another fun fact is I'm going to be going to Austin next month, so that's fun. I will be collabing / just hanging out with some really cool people, a lot of friends that I miss a lot, and I'm really, really excited. And some people I haven't met in IRL before. So, that's cool. I don't want to announce those because you know how, like, streamers are. Who's who's gonna be free and stuff, but it's gonna be cool. All right, let's see who is live today. This is a little bit too zoomed out. Thank you for being here for this SCP lesson. I think we learned a lot about SCP-3199, and about. I think we learned about like friendship and the pursuit of happiness. I kind of want to order McDonald's. Should I order McDonald's? I shouldn't. I should. There's food at home! But then I have to cook it. I don't know. Alright, let's see. I'm Five Guys. I shouldn't order food. I've been watching. No, don't say nuggies. I've been watching Caleb Hammer and I've been good. Well, I don't know if I'm good, but I've been deciding to do budget because I realize anytime I get McDonald's or anytime I do that, I'm taking money away from doing silly horror shorts that I care about. Pretty much it all goes into that. So any time I get nuggets, I have to realize it's going from that fund, which I'm not thrilled about. And probably my rent too, to be honest. Rent is not okay in LA. How are you doing, Tomcats? Great to see you. Have you been playing WoW? I've been thinking of. I missed WoW, which is crazy, because I would never thought I'd say that. I really hope that I get invited to season 3. Do you know anything about season 3 for OnlyFans? When it is? Because I think that'll be fun. And how have you been? It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Been too busy working on the guide for MOP to play the game. The guide, like the one that I used, the one that what's it called? I hope they do OFC for TBC. What's TBC again? Everyone always uses all the acronyms and I don't know what they are. Okay, let's see. Who are we gonna raid? The Burning Crusade. I thought we were doing something else. I am not following. Okay, I raided this one before. I've raided this person recently. Should I raid Ammo Box? Ooh, Ghouly's a great choice. I'm gonna raid Ghouly. We raiding Ghouly. It's raiding Ghouly. Hallelujah. Tomcat, how long have you been partnered? Have you been our partner this whole time? Am I just like not a, I'm just like not a, I don't pay attention, do I? Ghouly is on? Ghouly is on? Why the fuck am I here? Yeah. Playing dating everything. Alright. See you all soon. Yeah, I believe that's what they're doing, right? I think you got it. I got it around November, December. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Okay, so it has been pretty recent. I guess most of the time I've known you, but still, that's still pretty recent, right? It's still exciting. It's always exciting. It was exciting for me to get partner. I streamed for like 6 years, 7 years. I finally got it. It was like so surreal after all that. I kind of like resigned. I was like, I'm not gonna get it. And then I got it. Pretty dope. If I go to TwitchCon, I get some partner perks. I don't know if I want to go to TwitchCon, y'all. I'd rather just go to Austin. I feel like the perks of going to Austin are better than, I don't know. I've never been a partner at TwitchCon, so maybe I should go. What the hell? Hey, Buffalo Guff, what the hell, what? Oh, is it this? Is this yes, please. Hey, Boney, nice to see you. Yes, please go on my Twitter. My pinned post, I'm a big fan of. It is a, what's it called? I did a really cool, what's it called? I'm canceling. I'm getting, everyone's asking me questions and I'm talking about stuff. But I am rating her. It's just give me a second. Is that a tongue or blood? So this is, so SCP-3199 is what we learned about today. This is just this little guy. Oh, I missed the nose. Guys, I'm so sorry. I missed drawing the nose. That's so embarrassing. and it is a Keter classified anomaly, and it unfortunately does contain eggs that have a bunch of pressure, and if you put pressure on them, they will survive. It's Kool-Aid. They're going through a sugar rush. Who's going through a sugar rush? Sugar Rush sounds like a 1990s, like, easy listening band. Sorry, let me just... Yeah, kind of like that. But it's sort of like, it kind of just turns into like this. And there's like a little more like, I don't know what to say, but like shadow here. Yeah, I think that helps. Yeah, they're humanoid, exactly. Let's see. Did I miss something? Blip Blop Uranus, exactly. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. I feel like I'm repeating myself because honestly, I don't listen to myself talk. My chat in the pinned thing, Final Girls Production. Did you hear that? It's like some crazy screech outside. Final Girls Production. We're making little short things. You can sort of see some of them here. It's exciting stuff. We're going to be doing stuff on passes. I have a bunch of people who are wanting to help out, and I just feel very blessed right now and very, honestly, confused as to why anyone wants to help us, but also I just feel very blessed, I suppose. So, there we go. All right, I am now actually rating Ghoulie. Please copy-paste this message. You guys are amazing. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye. Boop.